Hey, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Ba'Shem meaning in the name, recall meaning spirit, Kadash meaning holy. These are the names and the powers. These are the names of the power that I come to you in order to profess the 100% truth and Lord's will seal the elect's faith. Okay, Shanya Kabak, Kabbalah Rakaz, Quayim Na Ba'aith, meaning double honors to the elders and apostles and JMS in these times. And Shalom wa Barakam Lavakan Shiyasha, peace and blessings be upon the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, and to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth, to you I say Shalom wa Barakam Lavakan, peace and blessings be upon you. Now, without further ado, I just wanted to name this video, light is always above darkness. Okay, and it's just, I feel so rejuvenated even saying those words, based off a recent experience that I had in my everyday life. I got on an airplane a couple of days ago, and in Virginia it was like super duper like rainy, and it was super duper gloomy. And when we got on the airplane and the flight started to ascend, when it ascended all the way to the top and ascended over the clouds, to everybody else in Virginia it was raining, but to us it was light. It was light above those clouds, and it was just beautiful to see the spectrum of how clouds could create that darkness, but the sun is literally right above those clouds. Okay, because anytime it's raining and there's still light outside, you got to understand that those clouds are basically blocking out the sun, essentially, But it doesn't necessarily mean that light isn't there. Now, I said all that to say that it made me also think about it spiritually, how that, even though there is darkness there and there is darkness prevailing in the earth as of right now, above all this darkness is light, okay? And that light is us, because the scriptures tell you that it says, ye are the children of light, It says, ye are the children of the day and not of the night. Okay? The scriptures also tell you that, if you put your lamp under a bushel, wherewith shall the light be shrouded. Essentially, roughly paraphrasing, but that's Matthew's the 5th chapter. It's a lucky for not having those precepts on hand. I'm in transit. I just wanted to get this information out and convey this point as quickly as possible before it leaves me. But I thought about it spiritually, how that light will always be above the darkness. And that's what Esau hates about us. Esau hates that the fact that it doesn't matter what the fuck he does, it doesn't matter what he tries to do, we will always prevail over Esau. And understand this too, Akim. In a land full of darkness, the Lord still allows you to prevail over that darkness because we are the light. Okay? That's why Esau hates us. All right? And light will always trump darkness, because the Heavenly Father doesn't have pleasure in darkness. The Heavenly Father has pleasure in light. All right? And this is also indicative of the predicament that we're soon. Yo, it's so spiritual, bro. It's so spiritual, man. It's indicative of the predicament that we're in also. Because look, yo, Akim, when you think about our salvation, how is our salvation going to come? It's Yahweh Shai is going to break the skies, and then what's going to happen to the elect? They're literally going to be ascended from darkness into the light. That's why I thought about that plane ride. I thought about it was so spiritual. I wanted to make the video right then and there. I was like, bro, it's beautiful how just that small spectrum, just that small little time frame, just because what happened was when I got on the plane, like the pilot, he railed that shit. Like He sent it all the way to heavens to the Shemayim. Like, we got to the Shemayim in 2.5 seconds. Okay? But it was like super duper gloomy. And I thank the Heavenly Father for having experienced it. I wish I could show Achimet truthfully, but I don't have the film for that. Nonetheless, it was a first-hand experiment too, so nonetheless, collectively, just seeing the spectrum of how much, how much light actually really powers over darkness is beautiful, man. Because it also tells you how much it doesn't matter how hard Esau tries. The spirit that we have and the truth that we possess will always allow us to always have an upper hand on Esau. And that's why he tried to hide this information for so long, because this information, us possessing this information, will always put us ahead of Esau, because it's a part of our heritage. When you go back to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, it tells you that the Lord didn't choose us to be, we're above all nations. He said his love amongst us, okay? And it said that we should possess all the other nations, all right? It also tells you how in Isaiah, I believe it's the 2nd chapter, how that we're going to basically rule over the other nations, man. And the other nations are going to come to us and seek us. Because we are the light, essentially. They're going to try to learn of our ways, learn of our customs. All right? And they're going to try to replicate us, just like how everybody's trying to replicate Esau. Okay? They're going to try to assimilate themselves with our culture, with our way of living. All right? Because it's going to be the thing that's in. And it's going to be in forever because it's righteousness. Okay? Nonetheless, just having that spectrum and seeing, and you know what I also thought about too, because the scriptures say that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So when I thought about it, I was looking at how all the clouds around us, it was just gross darkness essentially. And I kind of viewed that as America. It's the land that we living in. But as soon as, when the scriptures say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, that's when Yahushua cracks the skies and tell the Lord's will, I'll be a part of the Habakkuk Shiashala, and I can view in this video. But that's when Yahushua tells us, Adwan Ratazah tells us to meet him in the clouds, man, and we start ascending. And we're being brought away from all the filth of America, man, and these other leading countries that are assimilating themselves according to the ways of the beast. All right. But again, I stress the fact that light will forever always be above darkness. And that's why the thing is, darkness comes with temporary feelings of mirth. That was the perfect way for me to expound on that sentence. The Wadi Yahweh Shema Shai. But darkness comes with temporary feelings of mirth. But righteousness comes with suffering and then eternal feelings of mirth. All right? Because the scriptures tell you what? Says, through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay? But there's a method to that madness even itself. Okay? Because the Lord is not going to just leave you stranded and allow you to go through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations and not give you any fucking rest. The Lord is not mercilessness. The Lord is not merciless. Okay? So it just takes a sense of essentially patience and diligence, and perseverance, resilience, consistency. It takes traits to be built so that you can endure the situations that the Lord allows you to encounter as a man. All right? But at the end of that, when you read Revelations to 21st chapter, which I kind of keep being reminded of, it tells you how the Lord is going to allow us to enter into that rest, and that we're not going to have the same worries that we have as of right now when we get into the kingdom of heaven. But that comes when the darkness is also lifted off of us. Okay? So it's not only us being lifted out of the darkness and then being fully indulged and consumed by light, but it's also us. It's also going to be us shedding the darkness that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's kind of grown itself onto us during the time of us being in Babylon. Okay. But again, I stress, light will forever always be above darkness. And it's even proven in nature. And just seeing that small aspect and that small spectrum of that saying come to life, it makes, and it also, the scriptures say what? That the earth was made for our sake, okay? So that's why the Heavenly Father allows you to see certain things and see certain things in a different spectrum, because it brings light to the actual scriptures. And that's why it's imperative for you to travel, okay? You got to, because if I never had went on the trip that I went on, I would have never seen that and experienced that spectrum in itself, okay? Then what traveling also does is allows you to expound on the ministry even more, which I honestly can't thank the Lord enough, truthfully, okay? But I was very, very ecstatic and very happy to see, like, and I was quite surprised, because it was almost like the sun was blinding. Like, I was like, man, like I can't even see out the window, you know, of the airplane. And right below it, you could see the darkness from the clouds. Yo, Akim, I wish that the Heavenly Father could allow me to experience that one more time so I could show Akim, man. You know, but for the sake of this video, you know, I just wanted to expound on that. And just allow Akim to also, because that's what that's also going to do is build hope, okay, and allow you to understand that what you're doing is the right thing and you're on the right path, all right, geared toward righteousness, geared toward the kingdom of heaven, man. I can't keep a fucking smile off my face. The Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. This truth is the best thing that ever happened to us. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I mean, what the Lord blesses us literally with everything that we need. All we have to do is just apply patience, bro. It's very simple. Very, very, very simple, man. All right? So with that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Shabbat, Shem Kakadai, Shem Yikabak, Gawal of Kaz, Kwayim now by Ait, wa Shalom, wa Barakum, Lebakan, Shia Sha'ala. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, man. Kwam Yashala. Hey, light will always ascend darkness, man. Shalom.